NetSuite users, welcome to this video on Saved Searches. What are they? We're going to begin talking about what are saved searches. And to really understand what saved searches are, we first need to have a little bit of background information on NetSuite in general. So behind the NetSuite interface is a database that stores all the information you enter in the fields on your screen. To pull that data out, we need to create a query for the system using a language like SQL. But not many of us really know how to use a query language, so NetSuite created a tool to perform a database query without having to know or use a technical language. Saved searches are a powerful resource to pull data from almost anywhere in the system. So why don't we talk about what we can do with a saved search? So if we navigate to Reports, Saved Searches, All Saved Searches, and New, it'll take us to a list of every record that we can create a query or saved search for. Now you'll notice that this is a very long list. And some of these, like transaction, have sub-record types like sales orders, transfer orders, item fulfillment, work orders. These are all under transaction. So even though this list is long, there's an even longer list if you add in all of those sub-records you have access to. So the main uses for saved searches are things like reporting. So here I have opened a saved customer search. And we can use a saved search to report information back in a table format. So you can see here that each customer has a single line with rows and columns. And it allows us to edit and bring back different columns as we need. Now, this tool can also be used for many things on our home dashboard. Things like reminders, bills to pay, late sales orders, in progress, partially fulfilled sales orders. These are all sourced from a saved search. So when you go to Setup, all of these are saved searches that are pulling through to this number. We can also use saved searches as individual tiles on our dashboard. From Personalize, we can go to Custom Search, and when we add that tile to our dashboard, we can then set up and select our saved search. As you can see here, I have an example of that saved search of System Notes Audit Log. We can set up saved searches as KPIs. So here I have a KPI tile, and the source of data or information that pulls for this KPI, these are each saved searches. And once again, that's under our setup. And we can choose to add a standard KPI, which are saved searches that came built in with your system, or custom KPIs, which are saved searches that you have created since you set up NetSuite. Saved searches can also be used as list views. So if we go to List, Accounting Items, it'll take us to this list of items. This is actually a saved search. As you can see, it looks very similar to the saved searches that we were looking at before on customers. This saved search, if we open up an item record, I have one open here, and we go to the related records, saved searches can also be used as sublists. So here under the item OPR002, we have a sublist of all the transactions related to that item. This is sourced from a saved search. We can also set saved searches as workflow triggers, and we can set them as a field source. So customization, fields, and choose your field type. Under validating and defaulting, we can choose a search for this to source from. Now, there are rules and things that go along with how to source the saved search, how it needs to be built, and how to populate the correct summary for this field. But that'll be talked about on a different video. We'll get into more detail about custom fields, as well as how to use saved searches as a workflow trigger and other things. Let's go over another really nice feature of saved searches. So you can see here, I already have a transaction saved search open, and it's specifically looking at work orders. Now, on the email tab of the saved searches, we can actually set up automated emails to be sent based on rules or a schedule to specific recipients. You can have multiple recipients or only one. You can have dynamic recipients that allow you to send based on results from the saved search. So these are just a few of the many ways that saved searches are used across the system of NetSuite. We're going to be providing further training videos on saved searches, how to use them, and how to become an expert at creating saved searches. This is going to make you a very powerful NetSuite user. As you can see, it's used all across the system. See you next time.